Okay, so the next thing now is to teach you how to increase and decrease your stitches. This is particularly important when you're working on a piece of work. So for example, a hot water bottle where you've got a straight panel and then you want it to slightly curve because you want the stitches to decrease. It's also important when it comes to working in the round. If you're creating something that's circular, you need to be able to increase so that you end up without a bowl and your piece of work lies nice and flat. Obviously we'll cover that more when we look at working in the round. So to increase your stitches, I'm just going to work on this double crochet piece of work again, but you can do this with any stitch. An increase is exactly the same no matter what stitch you are doing. So I will chain one and turn my work, and what I'm going to do is I am going to increase in my first stitch and in my last stitch. So I will double crochet into that stitch as usual, and then in the same stitch I will double crochet again. So that is now giving me 2 stitches in that one stitch. I will continue to proceed all the way along this piece of work, and then when I get to the end stitch I will put a further 2 double crochets in that piece of work. So instead of having a piece of work that is 20 stitches wide, I will have a piece of work that is 22 stitches wide for that extra stitch that we've created at the beginning and the end of the piece of work. I'm now at my end stitch, and I will place a double crochet in that end stitch and a further double crochet in that end stitch. I'll now chain one and turn my work. Again, 2 double crochets in that end stitch, and then a double crochet all the way along until the end stitch, and I will pop another 2 double crochets into that end stitch, which will then mean instead of having a piece of work that is 22 stitches long, it will now become a piece of work that is 24 stitches long. Just coming up to my last stitches. This is my last stitch, so 1 and 2. Okay, and as you can see, my work is starting to fan out because we are increasing those stitches. Okay, if you keep practicing that, then I'd love to see samples of your work on group. Please do feel free to share it. Tell me whether or not you like that, being able to increase and decrease. It certainly gives you extra opportunities on your next piece of work, and it'll start to allow some shape into your work. Okay, so in our previous video we showed you how to do an increase. Now I'm going to show you how to do a decrease. Okay, so I'm going to chain one, and unlike before, I will not be putting 2 double crochets in that end stitch. What I will be doing is I will be catching that first end stitch, yarn over and pull through, into your next stitch, yarn over and pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops in your hook. So what you are doing is you are collecting 2 stitches and moving them back into one. I'll continue to double crochet all the way along to the last 2 stitches. So I'm going to move from having 24 stitches on my hook to 22 stitches on my hook. Sorry, not on my hook, on my final piece of work. all the way along to the second to last stitch. Just like so. And then you'll see I've got 2 double crochets there, so I'm going to go into the first, yarn over, into the second, yarn over, and yarn over, pull through both of those stitches. So I've now got 22 stitches. I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to flip my work, and I'm going to go into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, into the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on my hook. So now I'm going to move from 22 stitches all the way back down to 20 stitches. So I've done a decrease at the end, and then at the other end I'm going to do another decrease by just collecting those 2 stitches together to make 1 stitch. Alright, all the way along to the second to last stitch. And again, you can do this with any type of stitch, just following the stitch, making sure you have gathered up the 2 stitches at the end. Now some pieces of work will ask you to do a decrease in the middle. That's fine, you would just do that exactly the same way as you've done it on the end, so you would just literally catch those 2 stitches and bring them in together. So I've put my hook into my second to last stitch, yarned over, into my last stitch, yarn over, I've got 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and that is your decrease. Again, I'd love to see examples of your work. Please do share them on the group, have a little chat amongst yourselves, tell me whether or not you like it, whether you dislike it. But as you can see, you have got a increase where your work is starting to flare outwards, and now we are controlling that by flaring it back inwards. Okay, I shall see you on the next video.